Good morning, everyone. We are headed to the train station. It is like 6 a.m. Super exciting. We're going to go to Pisa today and then hook on over to Florence. And then we're going to be on like a 2-hour train ride. So I'm going to hurry up and get my things going here, but on to the next stop. We are on our way to Pisa. There were a couple stops. Mostly the train was pretty empty, so we got to kind of relax. I ate a snack because we didn't have time to get breakfast. We were actually up before the sun came up, but it was super pretty getting to see like farmland and little countrysides on our way to Pisa. I highly recommend getting a train just so that you can get that full-on experience. It was actually pretty easy as far as downloading an app, and we were able to find our train dependent on the information given. So the rest of the train ride, I would just read a book, chill. We did have to wear a mask the whole time, which I understand that. So we were probably on the train for about 3 to 4 hours before we arrived in Pisa, which was around noon. We dropped our bags off of a storage unit and we walked 20 minutes to get to the Pisa Tower because they didn't have any like Ubers or anything.
Whoa!
What do you think?
That's pretty cool.
I only saw this. I didn't notice that the Leaning Tower was right there. We actually had tickets to all the places here. It was a pass that you could buy, so we were able to get up on top of the Pisa Tower, go into, I believe there were about 3 to 4 different other like museums, cathedrals that you could go into. I believe it was about 27 euros a person, so honestly well worth it. You did have to be punctual on your time, but I absolutely loved climbing the Pisa Tower. You feel a little uneven. Pisa Tower was honestly not that bad compared to all the other towers we did climb on this trip. However, it was pretty cool to feel it leaning a little bit while climbing the tower. And we actually go in a pretty decent sized group, but it wasn't like cramped and there wasn't people trying to come down at the same time, so that was really nice. Check it out, we are on top of the Pisa Tower. It wasn't that bad of a climb, I did get a little out of breath, but look at these views, absolutely worth it. And yes, it does feel like it's leaning, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's a little scary. I feel like I could just off the edge. But even higher. So at the top of the Pisa Tower, this is our view. And it was absolutely breathtaking, and to be honest, it was one of my absolute favorites. We didn't have a big crowd, so it was a little bit more spaced out, and we actually got to stay up here for quite a while, unlike other towers that we toured on. Next, we headed down to the Basilica, which was obviously beautiful. I love how tall the ceilings are in all of the basilicas that we went to in Italy. This one in particular had what appeared to be gold on top of the ceiling, which was pretty interesting. The doors are absolutely massive. I believe the actual name for this is Duomo St. Mary, and it was nothing short of beautiful. If you went further down, it had a lot more sculptures and art, and of course the marble flooring is amazing. If there's one thing I've learned about traveling to basilicas, there is so much detail in everything, and this one was not short of that either. There was plenty to see, plenty of detail, and of course my favorite was once you got to the other side of the basilica, you could see more of the art and the sculptures that they had there. Then we continued through Cathedral Square. We went to the baptistry and we hooked on over into their cemetery. This is a place where they had tons of original art, and they actually keep these tombs very clean and maintenance. It was pretty impressive. They had several people actually there working on them. But this is a pretty big area. It actually had a little courtyard, and I really thought that the floor here was pretty interesting. They did have some blocked off where you couldn't just walk over them. Unfortunately, I was unaware of who those people were, but apparently they are very important. Trigger warning if you need to skip, but they had remains in this room that you could see through glass cases. But from here, that was basically it. We grabbed lunch here on the square. Tons of people would grab a sandwich and just sit on the grass and enjoy the view. And that's how we spent half a day in Pisa. It was only a couple hour train ride from Rome, and then after this we got on a train to Florence, which was another couple hours from here. Spent the next 24 hours in Florence, so if you're interested in how we jam-packed everything into 24 hours, go check out my next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.